A lot of them wish that they went to other schools. You're not going to do well. I dropped out of one of my classes, and there are some profs that are absolutely terrible. No offense, but what a wonderful... Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys a few things that I wish I knew before I went to UofT. A bunch of these tips are tips that I wish I knew personally, and also a few of these tips are tips that my friends wish they knew. So I hope that this is useful for you guys coming to UofT this coming year, or if you're interested in joining UofT in general, maybe you're in like 9th and 10th grade. I hope this is useful to you too. So yeah, be sure to hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell, and also give this video a thumbs up if you find it useful. And comment down below if you're joining UofT, or if you're a UofT student, comment down below any tips that you have. Before we get started with this video, I just wanted to let you guys know that the UofT admissions team is hosting a panel called the Like, Comment, Subscribe panel, and I will be in it along with 2 other YouTubers. If you've ever watched a YouTube video about UofT, you definitely know these YouTubers. So the panel will be with me, Nicole Vlogs, and Richard Han. Personally, I watched Nicole Vlogs and Richard Han when I was trying to figure out whether or not I should go to UofT, so it's really cool that I get to be a part of this panel with them. Pretty much you get to hang out with us for like an hour or 2, and we give you advice about UofT. So if you guys are interested in that, I will put a link in my description to the future UofT Instagram, and in their Instagram bio there will be a link, and in that link it'll take you to a link tree, I believe, and there will be a registration link to come join the panel. I personally would have loved to have this when I was joining into UofT, so I really hope you guys like this. I would have put the poster up on the screen with all of the details and information, so I really hope you guys are there. And yeah, I would love to meet all of you prospective UofT students. Okay, so the first thing that I wish I knew is that UofT is as challenging as you make it to be. It is no surprise that a lot of people say UofT is really hard. If you look up people's opinions online of UofT, a lot of them wish that they went to other schools and stuff like that. I personally did have moments where I felt like that, but right now I am really happy with my decision of me staying at UofT, and I feel like it's really hard to find people online who will reassure you that you're making the right choice going to UofT. I personally think that UofT is as hard as you make it to be. If you are disorganized, if you have poor time management skills, and if you just go to university to party, obviously I didn't have that opportunity because online school, obviously it's going to be hard and you're not going to do well. But if you decide to like become really organized, create your own time management method, and just keep on top of everything, UofT is not going to be as hard as it is for some people. Being organized is not going to make it 100% super duper easy, but my experience was very different from a lot of my peers because I was very organized. The only reason why I know organization makes or breaks your UofT experience is because I spent my whole first semester being completely organized and on top of everything, doing everything in advance, and I spent one other semester doing everything last minute, being so disorganized and not knowing what was going on. Trust me, just please be organized. I do not want any of you to go through that experience of like not knowing what's going on. The second thing that I wish I knew, and this is something that everybody I've ever asked, and even on just like online, is POST, which stands for Program of Study. Typically for most universities, you apply to a major and you are automatically in that major for your entire university experience. But for UofT, specifically at the St. George campus on Faculty of Arts and Science, you get put into a stream, and in that stream you have to get specific grades to get into your major, minor, or specialist. So you just need to know that when you get into UofT, you still have to get into the program you want to study in the future. And there are different types of programs, which is type 1, type 2, and type 3. Type 1, all you need to do is have 4 full course credits to get into. Then type 2, you need to meet a minimum grade requirement. And then type 3 are the more competitive ones, and they might have you write a supplementary application to get in. But then also, if you don't get into your major by the end of first year, that doesn't mean you're kicked out of the school. Don't worry about that. But yeah, that brings me to my next tip, and that is to make sure you have more than one option for where you want to get into for your program of study. Initially, I wanted to get into computer science. That is a type 3 program, and it is one of the most competitive programs to get into in the Faculty of Arts and Science. I dropped out of one of my classes that is a requirement for me to get into computer science, so I am not applying into computer science this year. It is not completely off of like my choice of options. I can obviously try again next year, but obviously the more you push it back, it's going to be a lot harder. But make sure you have options, because you never know if maybe the one that you're dead set on trying to get into is either really competitive and you don't get in, or you just take classes and you realize you weren't really into it. Once you figure out which programs you want to get into, I would definitely try and have a general idea before course enrollment, because you need to make sure that you've taken all of the required classes to get into that program. So that's something that I didn't do. So some programs that I ended up being interested in, I didn't take the required classes, so I can only really try to get into them in my second year. Okay, so then these next tips are more geared towards once you have been accepted to UofT. So if you're watching this and you've been accepted, congratulations. As soon as you get accepted, please apply for your TCard. I had no idea what this was, and it took me a while to kind of figure everything out and getting myself established as soon as I got accepted. But basically, think of it as like a key card, a student ID. It basically allows you to have access to all the facilities on campus, so like the libraries, the gyms, I think res. I've never been to Canada, so I don't know. If you just Google TCard UofT, it'll take you to the TCard website, and it has all the steps there of how you need to register. It also tells you how you need to take the picture for your ID. You can smile on it, which is great. It'll give you all the instructions of how to do that. If I remember, I will put that link in the description so that it's just easy access for you. But make sure you activate that, because you need that to activate your UTour ID. And with your UTour ID, you have access to Acorn, which is where you pay your tuition, you register for your courses, you register for programs, and then you also have access to Quirkus, which is like where all your classes will like upload course information and stuff like that. And then you will also have access to creating your email address. My next tip is when you are creating your ideal schedule, like picking your classes and picking the times that you want, make sure you have more than one option. I did not do this. Basically what happens is on the day of course enrollment, a few days before, a few weeks before, you get emailed your time slot, which you'll be allowed to access Acorn, and then you'll be able to pick your classes. No matter how hard you try, Acorn will block you into opening the site if it's not your time slot. This pretty much means all courses with a capped capacity have a first come first serve basis.
If you're unlucky like me, you would get the last time slot.
So what happened to me was I ended up missing out on my preferred professors for some classes because I didn't think that there would be like that many people wanting to register for my classes. So then I had to make a new schedule whilst I was trying to get some of my classes. It was just a whole stressful process because I was worried that all the classes would end up being full. So make sure you have more than one like schedule set up, and make sure you use Rate My Prof and look at certain profs, because there's some really amazing profs that will make your experience so much easier, and there are some profs that are absolutely terrible. No offense, but it'll make your experience really difficult. But yeah, those are all of the things I wish I knew when I came to UofT. I really hope this video didn't scare you away from UofT, but rather made you feel a little bit more comforted. Give this video a thumbs up if you liked it. Comment down below anything you want, any tips that you have, or if you're an upcoming student. Comment down below what admission stream you came into, and be sure to sign up for the like, comment, subscribe panel so that you can meet me, Nicole Vlogs, and Richard Han. And just overall, I feel like that whole experience will make you feel more excited in coming to UofT. So I would love to see you guys there. But yeah, that is all for me. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.